Some more examples on Cauchy sequences. Problem is, prove that the sequence xn is minus 1 raised to n upon n is a Cauchy sequence. Minus 1 raised to n upon n is a Cauchy sequence. We use definition here. To prove that it is a Cauchy sequence, we use definition without loss of generality. Without loss of generality, let n greater than m. Therefore, and also epsilon greater than 0 be given. However small positive real number, then mod xn minus xm less than epsilon implies or less than epsilon if mod minus 1 raised to n upon n minus 1 raised to n upon m is less than epsilon. Xn minus xm is less than epsilon if this is less than epsilon. That is if 1 upon n minus 1 upon m is, or mod 1 upon n plus 1 upon m is less than epsilon, because mod x plus or minus y is less than or equal to mod x plus mod y, plus or minus. So here minus sign also becomes mod x plus or minus mod y. Therefore it is 1 upon n plus 1 upon n. But 1 upon n is less than 1 upon n. Right? 1 upon n is less than 1 upon n. Therefore, this 1 upon n plus 1 upon m less than epsilon if 1 upon m plus 1 upon m is less than epsilon. Therefore, mod xn minus xm is less than epsilon if 2 by m is less than epsilon, or m is greater than 2 by epsilon. Now this is important. Say, therefore mod xn minus xm less than epsilon if m is greater than 2 by epsilon. We have assumed that n is greater than m. Now we choose p such that p is a natural number immediately greater than 2 by epsilon, then for this choice of epsilon we can find out p. What is the value of p? It must be a natural number immediately greater than 2 by epsilon. Therefore mod xn minus xm is less than epsilon for all nm greater than or equal to p. But value of p is this. It is a natural number immediately greater than 2 by epsilon. So this condition is satisfied here. Mod xn minus xm is less than epsilon for all nm greater than or equal to p. Hence it is a Cauchy sequence. Minus 1 raised to n upon n is also a Cauchy sequence. Next, take this problem. Prove that the sequence 8 plus 1 upon n cube is a Cauchy sequence. And find its limit. We know that every Cauchy sequence is convergent. First part is we prove that it is a Cauchy sequence, therefore it converges. Then we find out limit of this sequence. Sequence is, you know that it is given by its nth term. A sequence is given by its nth term. Here xn is 8 plus 1 upon n cube. Let xn is 8 plus 1 upon n cube. Therefore xm is 8 plus 1 upon m cube. and we assume that n is greater than m. N is greater than m. Suppose m is greater than n, proof is exactly similar. Only thing is you have to interchange n and m. Assume that n is greater than m. Then for epsilon greater than 0, mod xn minus xm is less than epsilon if mod of 8 plus 1 upon n cube minus of 8 plus 1 upon m cube is less than epsilon. What is Cauchy sequence? We have to prove that this xn minus xm is less than epsilon if or what is Cauchy sequence? For epsilon is now it is pre-assigned. Suppose epsilon greater than 0 be given. Now we have to find out there exists a p depending on this epsilon. So that mod xn minus xm is less than epsilon for all nm greater than or equal to p. For that we proceed now. This if 1 upon n cube minus 1 upon m cube is less than epsilon. So mod xn minus xm is less than epsilon if 1 upon n cube minus 1 upon n cube is less than epsilon. That is 1 upon n cube minus 1 upon m cube is less than epsilon greater than minus epsilon. Therefore 1 upon n cube is greater than 1 upon m cube plus epsilon less than 1 upon m cube plus epsilon. Therefore mod xn minus xm is less than epsilon if 1 upon m cube plus epsilon is less than 1 upon n cube. That is 1 upon m cube is less than 1 upon n cube. Correct? Is it minus here? Sorry, it is minus. This is plus. It is minus. So plus. Therefore, if 1 upon m cube is less than epsilon. See, last step it is mod xn minus xm is less than epsilon if 1 upon m cube is less than 1 upon n cube plus epsilon. Say 1 upon m cube is less than 1 upon n cube plus epsilon, then it is true if 1 upon m cube is less than epsilon. Understand this step? If 1 upon m cube is less than epsilon, then certainly it is less than epsilon plus a positive quantity. It is positive. Therefore, if m cube is greater than 1 upon epsilon, m is greater than 1 upon epsilon raised to 1 by 3. Therefore, we choose p as a natural number immediately greater than 1 upon epsilon raised to 1 by 3. Epsilon is very small quantity. I take epsilon as 0.0001. Then what is 1 upon epsilon? 1 upon 0.01 is 100. 001 is 1000. 0001 is 10,000 and so on. If 1 upon 00001, then this m becomes, it is very large number. Therefore, if epsilon is pre-assigned number, very small number, then xn minus xm is less than epsilon if m is greater than 1 upon epsilon raised to 1 by 3. Now we choose p as a natural number immediately greater than this 1 upon epsilon raised to 1 by 3. Then mod xn minus xm is less than epsilon for all mn greater than or equal to p. Hence xn is equal to, sequence xn is 8 plus 1 by n cube is a Cauchy sequence. It is a Cauchy sequence. And we know that every Cauchy sequence is convergent. Therefore, the sequence xn converges. This sequence converges. And we find out limit. Limit xn n tends to infinity is limit n tends to infinity of 8 plus 1 upon n cube. And You know that as n tends to infinity, 1 upon n becomes 0. Therefore, limit of the sequence is 8. Limit of the sequence is 8. I think all of you followed this solution. From examination point of view, see, this problem is important. Types of examples important. What are the types of example? Prove that the sequences are Cauchy sequences, and sometimes find the limit also. Find the limit. Next is prove that the sequences first one minus 1 raised to n, second n square, third one minus 1 raised to n into n are not Cauchy sequences. See the problem. Prove that these three sequences are not Cauchy sequences. Now, as in the previous earlier examples, we take some pre-assigned number epsilon, and we try to find out whether there exists a p so that xn minus xm is less than that pre-assigned epsilon for all nm greater than or equal to p. If it is possible, then the sequence becomes Cauchy sequence. Now, I think in all these three cases, such p doesn't exist. So, first one, we have, see the first problem. What is xn? Xn is minus 1 raised to n. Therefore, we have x 2n is 1 and x 2n plus 1 is minus 1. Therefore, if epsilon is equal to 1, pre-assigned number, take epsilon is 1, then mod x 2n plus 1 minus x 2n. Now we take n and m as 2n plus 1 and 2n. 2n plus 1 and 2n. If epsilon is 1, then x2n plus 1 minus x2n is mod of 1 minus of minus 1 is equal to 2. 2. It is not less than epsilon for all n. For all n. So, say problem I explain again. Take x, we have given sequence xn is minus 1 raised to n. So x2n is 1, x2n plus 1 is minus n. Therefore, pre-assigned number is, take epsilon as 1. Then x mod x2n plus 1 minus x2n is, it is 2. For any epsilon, if we assume any epsilon or we choose any epsilon less than 2, then we cannot find out any p, so that for all nm greater than or equal to b, xn minus xm is less than epsilon. That choice is not possible. Therefore, it is not a Cauchy sequence. Second, follow now. For epsilon is equal to 1, pre-assigned number as 1, we cannot find out any natural number, because for all n it is x2n plus 1, x minus x2n becomes greater than epsilon for all n. So we cannot find out any, we have no choice for p, such p. For all nm greater than or equal to b, xn minus xm less than epsilon. Such p doesn't exist. So this is not a Cauchy sequence. Second n is, x is suppose n square. Therefore, xn plus 1 is n plus 1 whole square. It is n square 2n plus 1. Second problem. Prove that xn is n square is not a Cauchy sequence. For that, we have xn is n square. Xn plus 1 is n plus 1 whole square. Therefore, again we take epsilon is equal to 1. Let epsilon is 1. Then mod xn plus 1 minus xn is mod of n square 2n plus 1 minus of n square is equal to mod 2n plus 1 is greater than 3. Is it greater than 3? Yes. N is natural number. It is certainly greater than 1. What is then? Any natural number. Mod 2n plus 1 is n starts from 1 here. 2 plus 1, 3. It is greater than 1. Therefore, for the choice of epsilon is equal to 1, we cannot find out any natural number p so that xn plus 1 minus xn is less than this epsilon. That is not possible. Hence, it is not a Cauchy sequence. Third one, xn is minus 1 raised to n into n. Xn. Therefore, x2n is 2n and x2n plus 1 is, follow why x2n? x2n means take n is equal to 2n here, minus 1 raised to 2n into 2n. Minus 1 raised to 2n is plus 1. x2n plus 1 is minus of 2n plus 1 here. Minus of 2n plus 1. Now again we choose epsilon is equal to 1 here. Suppose epsilon is 1. Then mod x2n plus 1 minus x2n is equal to mod of minus 2n plus 1 minus 2n mod of minus 4n minus 1 is 4n plus 1 greater than 1 for all n. What is n here? N is any natural number. So mod 4n plus 1 is always greater than 1 for all n. Therefore, we have no choice for epsilon is equal to 1. We have no choice of p, natural number, so that xn minus xm is less than this one. That is not possible. Hence, this is not a Cauchy sequence. I think you followed these solutions. Next type of problem is, I continue this. So the problem is using Cauchy's general principle of convergence, so that the sequence xn is equal to 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus etc. 1 by n is not convergent. Not convergent. What is the Cauchy's general principle of convergence? General principle of convergence is this: if for free assigned number epsilon there exists m, so that mod xn minus there exists p, so that mod xn minus xm is less than epsilon for all nm greater than or equal to p, it is a Cauchy sequence. That is Cauchy's criteria. Now let n greater than m. N greater than m. We prove that it is not a Cauchy sequence, therefore it is not convergent. We use that technique here. It is not a Cauchy sequence. Take n greater than m, then mod xn minus xm is xn is 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus etc. 1 by m plus 1 etc. 1 by n. Because n is greater than m here. This step important. N is greater than m. Minus of 1 plus 1 by 2, 1 by 3 plus so on plus 1 by m. So mod xn minus xm is 1 upon m plus 1, 1 upon m plus 2 plus so on 1 upon n. 1 upon n. This is mod xn minus xm. Since this is positive, m and n are positive here, I write this as 1 upon m plus 1, 1 upon m plus 2, plus so on, plus 1 upon n. Now what is n? N is greater than m here. Therefore, taking n is equal to 2m. N is greater than m. Take n is equal to 2m. Then what happens? Mod x2m minus xm is equal to 1 upon m plus 1, 1 upon m plus 2 plus so on 1 upon 2m, m plus m. Correct? 1 upon 2m. Now this is greater than 1 upon m plus 1 upon m plus etc. It is greater than, correct? 1 upon m plus 1, m plus 2 etc. It is greater than 1 upon m plus n. Corresponding term 1 upon m plus 1 is greater than 1 upon 2m, sorry, 1 upon 2m, 1 upon 2m plus 1 upon 2m. See, we have started with this. Suppose n greater than m, this is important, n greater than m, we have taken mod xn minus xm is this, and we have taken n is equal to 2m, n is 2m, then what happens? Mod x2m minus xm is this. But since n is 2m and 1 upon m plus 1 is greater than m plus m, m plus 2 is greater than m plus m, and therefore it is greater than or it is equal to, how many 1 upon 2m are there? 1, 2 etc. m plus 1, m plus 2 etc. m plus m it is 1, 2, m plus m means m. Therefore it is equal to m by 2m. m by 2m. This step important, last step. 1 upon m plus 1, 1 upon m plus 2, it is 1 upon m plus m. We write this as 1 upon m plus m. Therefore how many terms are there? 1, 2, etc. m. So it is greater than 1 upon 2m, 1 upon 2m, 1 upon 2m. How many 1 upon 2m? m times. Therefore it is equal to m by 2m, that is half. That is half. Therefore x2m minus xm is greater than half for all n. For all n. Now what happens? This implies if epsilon is less than half, because epsilon is any arbitrary positive real number, and what we have proved is x2m minus xm is greater than half for all m. If epsilon is equal to half, then there exists no natural number. There exists no natural number p such that mod xm minus xn is less than epsilon for all mn greater than or equal to p. For all mn greater than or equal to p. Of course, we have taken n is equal to 2m here. Mn greater than or equal to p. Such p doesn't exist if for epsilon is equal to half. Sorry, epsilon is, what is epsilon? Epsilon is less than half. If epsilon is less than half, this p doesn't exist. We cannot find out a natural number, so that xn minus xm, let us take like this, xn minus xm less than epsilon for all mn greater than or equal to p. Hence, this xn is not a Cauchy sequence. Cauchy sequence. Therefore, it doesn't converge, because a sequence is convergent if and only if it is a Cauchy sequence. Therefore, this doesn't converge. Try to solve some more examples here, and I give some problems as exercise on Cauchy sequences. This completes Cauchy sequences. Last in sequences only one definition is left. That is limit superior, limit inferior. I take that one in the next video. Limit superior, limit inferior, and one or two theorems on that limit superior and inferior. That completes sequences. And I think it is better to give one assignment on these sequences. I give that in next period. Thank you.